Bill Maher, he is funny. He's going to the White House. Did you guys know that? He's going to go hang out with this guy called Trump.
You're going to meet with the president.
I am?
So Kid Rock makes it happen. What do you think has been the response so far? What do you think it will be, and why are you doing it? Which I'm totally for, by the way, and I love it.
I get it. Well, I'm doing it because, first of all, it was presented as
a dare.
not a dare. No, just like, maybe this is a beginning to heal America. No, I don't have some sort of complex where I think I can heal America. I can't. Okay, let's get that clear. I'm not going to be healing America. But if two guys who've been at each other for so long, I mean, it's kind of a Nixon to China thing. I have the credentials. There was nobody who was harder on Trump or more prescient about the fact that he wasn't going to leave office voluntarily than I was. I feel like I have the credentials.
I think he does. I think he has the credentials. And the fact that Trump, think about this, for all the stuff that people talk about Trump, he's willing to meet his detractors, have him come over. And I can almost guarantee you, Bill Maher will leave there and go, he's everything I thought he was going to be. He's not a jerk. He's very nice. I don't agree with a lot of his politics, but he was cordial. He was way more charming than people realize. And we had a good time.
But they also respect me because I'm honest about the woke train to crazy town. And I don't shrink from that. And I've also lost a lot of fans for that. The woke people have left the building, and I'm willing to make that sacrifice. But it does give you a certain credibility. So I just think to meet somebody, first of all, it's an honor to be invited to the White House.
Yes, it is.
And I've already had a couple of people who I said to them, you know, I'm just going to take it as a backhanded compliment that you glide right past the idea that little Bill Maher from Rivervale, New Jersey, just a humble kid from the suburbs, was invited for a private dinner to the White House. You glide right past that to how dare you talk to him, and that you're not impressed by it at all. I'm impressed by it a lot. I'm impressed the fuck out of it. I get to go to the White House, and yes, that is the structure of this dinner, is just let's talk. Let's talk to each other face to face. Let's not stop shouting from 3,000 miles away.
We need more. That's why I went last week. People asked, because I had several of you guys text and everything, say, why are you going? I said, I'm not going to make fun of people. I want to have a conversation. I want to see what some of these people are about. Because, you know, everybody's in their own bubble, right? You guys listen to us. Chances are you're pretty conservative, or you just like to, you know, hate on us, which is totally fine. And people that were there, they're getting their news from, you know, The Atlantic and MSNBC, and they don't listen to any other side of the aisle. That's why I would say, get outside of yourself, find out what else is out there, challenge yourself, and don't be afraid to ask questions and have a conversation. We find out so much. We agree on so many things. Yes, we agree on a lot of stuff, and we also understand that we have a different idea how to get to certain areas and what we want to do. But you got to be able to have a conversation.
If they expect me to be leaving in a MAGA hat, they're going to be very disappointed, but I know they don't. And I think it's going to be, look, it probably will accomplish very little, but you got to try, man. You got to try.
I love it. You know Kanye. Bill Maher, thank you very much. Appreciate you. Love being with you, bud.
Yeah, this was so much fun.
And I love that you're going.
Him and Chris Cuomo talking about it. I think it's great. We need more of that, for sure. And
he's going to get criticized by the left.
He's already said he's been hammered
just
by
because he
people.
refuses to be a lunatic about things.
Yeah, well, he said the woke people always attack him, but his friends now are going, I can't believe you're going to go there. Okay, well, you know what? Well, I'm going there because I want to see what's up. Talk to a guy. Talk to a guy that I've hammered for years.
If I had been invited to the White House under Clinton or Obama, it's like, how do you say no to go into the White House?
Two of my best friends are the most liberal human beings you'll ever meet. Progressive, liberal, and they've been that way for 25 years. And they realize a lot of their stuff's all about unicorns and fluff. They were out on vacation, and President Bush was there. And they got to meet him. They said, that guy was so cool. That was just the coolest thing. He goes, I don't agree with any of his politics, but man, it's an honor. That's what it is. It's an honor. and you treat that, the office itself is above everything else. And so you treat it in a certain way. And you could say, well, I don't like the way he uses the office or this, that, and the other. Everybody can complain about a president in any way, shape, or form, the way that they do this, the way they do that. But having the respect for the office is tremendous. And it would be, like you said, man, I go to Obama, I'd be there in a heartbeat. I met Bill Clinton. He was like, oh, man, he was great. It was the coolest thing in the world. I took Jack to see Obama when Obama landed in Palm Springs. Do you know he flew in? It was totally neat. We were hanging out talking to the Secret Service people. Jack was a wee kid. It was the coolest thing in the world. It's because of what it represents. Seeing Air Force One land, seeing all of the stuff. The office itself is awesome. But having a conversation, good God, what would we do if we talked to somebody else who had a different belief? Like, you like a weenie dog, I like a bigger dog.
Even though the Doxy is the best of breeds.
They are pretty cool.
They're funny little fellas.
They are funny, right? Because there's like, somebody bred you to be a midget because you didn't start out this way. There's nothing in the wild that says this should look like this.
Fritz's front legs are maybe 3 to 4 inches long.
His back leg's a little bit bigger?
His back legs are a little bit bigger.
Does it look like a hot rod?
Yeah.
Oh, what's he do during it? Like, is he just chill all weekend, just sitting in your lap?
Well, he sits in his quote-unquote mama's lap.
No.
Which is my wife. And because I make him do things he doesn't want to do. Now, he loves me, but he knows that, whenever it's time to go outside or that sort of thing, I'm not going to dilly-dally around. It's time to take care of your business and go.
Yeah, see.
So, yeah.
Like, you don't mess.
I'm the enforcer.
Somebody's got to do it, man.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to do it. Oh, my goodness me. Reach out. You can text the line. Love hearing from all of you. Even if it's hate and you're telling me you're never going to listen to us ever again because I was mean to somebody whose arms got bit off by a shark because you tried to pet it. The fact that you're mean, that lady, you're an idiot. By the way, if I did that, I would expect everybody to go, Chad's an idiot.
You got to call stupid stupid.
You do, because otherwise they don't learn. Right? They don't learn. Oh, my Lord. It's the Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7.